Okay, as part of this bricklaying basics, we're going to look at a standard metric brick and look at its dimensions and look at some of the terminology about the anatomy of a brick. Okay, so this is a metric brick. This is your stretcher face, and your stretcher face measures 215 millimeters. It has two header faces, and they measure 102.5 millimeters each, and then it has a back and a bed, top and bottom. Okay, these are called the perforations, and any of the edges they're called arris or arises. Okay, A-R-R-I-S, arris, top arris, bottom arris, arises. Okay, so that's your standard metric brick. How it works with your stretcher face and your header face. So your stretcher face is like I said, is 215 millimeters, and your header face is 102.5. So two header faces added together is 205, which leaves a 10mm gap, which is your 10mm joint for when you're bonding in half bond. Okay, so a stretcher face is two header faces and the 10mm joint. Because this has got perforations, I can tell from this that this has been made through a process called extrusion. The perforations have sort of two functions, if you like. One is to reduce the weight of the brick, and the other is to allow the mortar to go in and form a key. If you come across a brick like that, this is what they call a frog, and that's been formed by the pressing of the brick in its manufacture. So perforations, it's been extruded, frog, it's been pressed. The area between the arris and the frog is called the margin, and again it's the same dimensions, 215 to 102.5. They're all going to be 65mm on bed, so from there to there is 65mm. This is important because when we add the 10mm bed joint between them, okay, this is going to make the bricks work at 75mm increments, and that's what we call gauge. So when you're building your corners in later videos, I'll be referring to gauge level plumb. That's what I mean by gauge, working up in 75mm increments. So one course 75, 150, 225, 300. So your standard British standard gauge is 4 bricks to 300mm on gauge. Okay, very important to keep to gauge as it is level and plumb, and I'll explain that in later videos. So just to recap: stretcher face 215mm, header face 102.5, and on bed we are 65mm that way. Back of your brick, perforation, arris, frog, arris, margin. Okay, thank you.